Let's get right into it. Number 10. Fear of the dark. Once upon a time, this was a great survival tool. Darkness meant predators, sharp teeth, something lurking behind you that definitely wasn't there to offer tax advice. Your ancestors relied on this fear to avoid being eaten alive in the middle of the night. Fast forward to now you're lying in bed, scrolling your phone, and suddenly the Wi-Fi drops, the lights are out, your reflection in the black mirror of the screen stares back, and your brain is like, yep, time to die. You're in a locked apartment with no wild predators in sight, unless you count the leftover sushi you swore was still good. But your primal wiring doesn't know about electricity or door locks. It only knows that dark, seeking danger. So your heart starts racing like you just heard a twig snap in the woods. Scientifically, it's your amygdala throwing a fit. It's scanning for threats, finding nothing, and deciding to scare you anyway because better safe than sorry. Evolution designed it for saber-toothed tigers. You're using it for hallway shadows. Basically, you're running prehistoric software on modern hardware, and the update is about 200,000 years overdue. Number 9. Hoarding food. Your great-great-great-great-grandparents didn't have Uber Eats. If they found a pile of berries, they ate until they were bloated or hid some away because tomorrow there might be nothing. That instinct stuck around, which is why you still get weirdly territorial over the last slice of pizza at a party. This store it before it's gone, reflex made sense in the Ice Age. In 2025, you can literally have ice cream delivered at 2 a.m. while wearing pajamas and judging the delivery guy for not wearing gloves in August. And yet, your brain still whispers, better stockpile snacks, famine could strike. Never mind that your pantry already looks like you're prepping for the apocalypse, complete with 4 jars of peanut butter you forgot you bought. Psychologists call it scarcity bias, the idea that rare or limited things are automatically more valuable. Your brain doesn't care if the rare item is a single ripe avocado or a family-sized bag of Cheetos. It just wants to make sure no one else gets it, which is how you end up smuggling leftover fries home from a restaurant like they're priceless artifacts. Number 8. Running from bees. Listen, ancient humans had good reason to avoid angry, stinging insects. One sting might not kill you, but multiple stings back then could mean infection, swelling, and a very awkward entry in the village death records. So yes, the scream and run response was practical. But now, you're in the park. One bee flies near your lemonade. Your body reacts like you're being hunted by a swarm of airborne assassins. You leap from your picnic blanket, flailing like a bad improv routine, and drop your sandwich. Meanwhile, the bee just wants a sip of sugar water. It has zero interest in ending your bloodline. This is called an overgeneralized fear response. Your nervous system still treats all buzzing threats as if they're part of a coordinated attack on your existence. Never mind that modern medicine has EpiPens and antihistamines. The part of your brain in charge of survival thinks you're still one allergic sting away from being a cautionary campfire story. Basically, you're a 21st century human with medieval bee drama. Number 7. Startle reflex. You know that embarrassing little hop your whole body does when someone taps you on the shoulder unexpectedly. That's your startle reflex, a lightning-fast, prehistoric panic button. It once kept you alive when sudden movement probably meant a predator leaping from the bushes. Now it just makes you spill coffee in front of your boss. Modern life is not exactly full of jaguars, but your nervous system doesn't know that. The reflex triggers faster than conscious thought. Your muscles contract, your heart rate spikes, and your eyes widen like you've just seen a ghost with your browser history. This reaction comes from the brainstem, one of the oldest parts of your brain, hardwired for instant defense. The funny part. It doesn't actually defend you. You're not dodging a spear or rolling away from danger. You're just looking suspiciously guilty for no reason in a quiet office. So instead of saving your life, the startle reflex is now mostly saving awkward silences. Number 6. Pattern seeking in nothing. Your ancestors needed this to spot a leopard hiding in the tall grass or notice that those clouds look suspiciously like incoming bad weather. Spotting patterns meant predicting danger. Today, that same wiring has you swearing your phone is listening because you talked about socks once and now your feed is 90% sock ads. Or you think your toast has the face of Elvis, and suddenly you're a little too emotionally invested in bread. This is called apophenia, seeing connections or patterns in unrelated things. Your brain evolved to connect dots because missing a pattern could mean death. Now it's working overtime. making you see hidden meanings in your horoscope or think the checkout guy at Target is secretly your soulmate because he also likes oat milk. It's not entirely useless. Pattern recognition still helps with problem solving, but most of the time, it's just your brain entertaining itself like a bored cat chasing shadows on the wall. Number 5. Overreacting to sudden movement. Back when predators could sprint out of nowhere, reacting instantly to movement in your peripheral vision was crucial. You didn't stop to think thinking got you eaten. You flinched, you ran, you lived to make more paranoid children. Fast forward, and now that same instinct just makes you jump every time someone walks too close to you in the grocery store. A paper bag drifts across the street. Boom! Your adrenaline's up like you're in a nature documentary. This reflex is linked to your superior colliculus, a part of the midbrain that basically acts like a motion detector. But instead of saving you from a pouncing lion, it's just making you look like you've got trust issues with inanimate objects. It's still technically a survival tool, if your definition of survival includes dodging rogue pigeons or empty shopping carts. Number 4. Wanting to fit in. Once upon a time, being left out of the group was basically a death sentence. No tribe meant no protection, no food, and a high chance of becoming a snack for something with claws. So humans evolved a powerful survival mechanism, the need to belong. Now that same instinct is the reason you agree to chip in for an overpriced group gift for a coworker you've spoken to exactly twice, or why you nod along when someone says they love a show you've never seen, just so you don't seem like a weirdo. Psychologists call this social conformity. Your brain literally rewards you with dopamine when you blend in. It's ancient wiring saying, "Good job, you're safe in the herd." The problem: modern society won't exile you for admitting you hate pumpkin spice lattes, but your instincts still act like your survival depends on it. So you keep smiling through situations you hate, not because you're weak, but because your ancestors didn't want to be eaten by wolves. You're basically peer pressured by ghosts. Number 3. Fear of strangers. In prehistoric times, unfamiliar humans were often bad news. They could be rival tribes looking to steal your resources or, in worst-case scenarios, end your entire bloodline. Suspicion of strangers meant you lived longer. These days, that same wariness can kick in when your Uber driver tries small talk or when someone makes eye contact for a little too long on the subway. Sure, some caution is smart, but the stranger you're avoiding might just be a fellow human trying to return the $20 bill you dropped. The scientific term is xenophobia, but in modern life it's often more of a low-level social anxiety. Your amygdala still scans every unfamiliar face for danger, even though the biggest threat most strangers pose now is trying to hand you a flyer. Basically, you're running high-security social software in a world where most people just want directions to the nearest coffee shop. Number 2. Fight or flight meltdowns. The fight or flight response is the ultimate survival feature. Your ancestors used it to either face down a threat or book it before becoming lunch. Adrenaline surges, your senses sharpen, blood flows to your muscles, pure action mode. Now, that same biological process goes off when you get a mildly aggressive email or your boss says, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" Suddenly your body is preparing to wrestle a bear when all you're facing is a conversation about spreadsheet formatting. The issue is your autonomic nervous system can't tell the difference between tiger attack and awkward social situation, so instead of fighting or fleeing, you're just sitting there sweating, with a heart rate better suited for a sprinting Olympian. It's like owning a fire alarm that goes off every time you make toast. Technically functional, but exhausting. Number 1. Saving energy at all costs. Back in the day, food was hard to get, and burning too many calories without replacing them could literally kill you. So evolution gifted humans with an energy conservation instinct: rest whenever possible, avoid unnecessary movement, and hoard your fuel. That's why lying on the couch just for a minute turns into a 6-hour Netflix coma. It's why the stairs feel like a personal insult when there's an elevator right there. Your body's not lazy, it's executing a survival algorithm from an era when walking an extra mile could mean starving later. The catch: we now live in a world with more calories than we know what to do with, but our bodies haven't updated the software. The instinct to conserve energy is so strong, your brain can trick you into thinking you deserve that 5th snack because you walked to the mailbox. This is why gyms exist. Modern humans literally have to pay money to perform physical labor their ancestors would have done for free while trying not to die. Your biology still thinks sitting still is the smart move, even though it's slowly turning you into a decorative pillow with opinions. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.